Thanks for watching this remade edition of Engines of Amtrak. Thanks to those who...
Oh, Engines of Amtrak is awesome.
Well, stay tuned for next time where I'll rediscuss the...
Huh?
Huh. Seems like this was the last remake for the series.
Amtrak, I'm doing good.
What? That's all? That can't be it.
Bye.
Aw, come on. Engines of Amtrak was doing well. Say, how about we make our own Engines of Amtrak based on Amtrak IQ65 series? Our own? What would it be called? I have a good name. Thomas and Friends Engines of Amtrak. How about that? That's a good name. After all, it still has Amtrak engines. Yeah, it still has Amtrak engines, but it's characters from Thomas and Friends. Great idea. Thomas, you're number one. Let's start with you first. Okay, and the team will narrate. Now, roll the first episode. Hello everyone, Training Team Amtrak Thomas here. On this first episode of Thomas and Friends Engines of Amtrak, I'll be discussing Thomas the Tank Engine. This is based off Amtrak IQ65 series. Now let's get into it. Back in the day, steam engines were still being used, particularly the E2 class tank engines. The most notable E2 class tank engine is, you all know, number one. That's right, it's Thomas the Tank Engine. Together, Thomas and the rest of the E2 class siblings all lived a happy life, from shunting to pulling freight and passenger trains up and down their home railway. But then the diesel locomotives arrived and started replacing them. Some were scrapped and some were left on a siding collecting rust. Thomas and another engine were brought to Sodor and the Northeast Corridor. Regarding technical specification, Thomas' full name is Thomas the Tank Engine, or sometimes Thomas. He's rated for a top speed of 40 miles per hour, or more on the Northeast Corridor. Thomas has 6 wheels. His length, height, and width are unknown, so we don't know. But what we do know is Thomas has a really grabs the whistle. Here's a few samples. Once arriving, he got 2 coaches called Annie and Clarabelle and pulled passengers around. So how did Thomas become an Amtrak engine? In March 2022, me and him moved downstairs. Back then, and still today, me and him were in love with the Northeast Corridor. And so was Tank, by the way. We were impressed by the train's look and their speed up to 125 miles per hour. It was awesome. While laying the track, I imagined us having our own Northeast Corridor. That's when the idea came to me. I told Naheem, and he was satisfied with the idea, and the track were laid. In addition, we also wanted to have our own Amtrak trains based on the real one. We originally wanted to get an Amtrak set, but after not finding it online and the high prices, we had to get creative. We turned several Thomas and Friends engines into Amtrak engines, and Amtrak paint, and putting the logo on them. As for Thomas were with the Phase 7 paint scheme. 6. Though later times, his paint schemes are faint and the logos have been removed. He did get repainted later, but without the logo. He later received his logo. Also during that time, him, Stuart, and Thomas became the 3 railway engines because they and always stick together ever since, going places like school, Target, Wegmans, Walmart, and Metro, which where they're mostly on along with me and the Human Tank. In October 2023, Thomas got a fresh new Phase 7 paint scheme, 6, and he lived on it for a few days, though one day he would get into an accident. After Stuart abandoned the Christmas lights, Thomas offered to pull them, but it was hard work. All that hard work caused Thomas's engine to completely blow out. Chris, who was coming right behind him, rammed into the back of him at a very high rate of speed. He wasn't damaged at first until a cargo car knocked into him, knocking him over. He was so damaged that he had to become a non-power casualty for a while with another engine pushing, stabbing Louis Thomas. But after Stewart worked hard at the store, restaurant, Walmart, he was able to get Thomas's engine fixed, putting him back in action. In January of 2024, aka this year, Thomas got a fresh new coat of paint, featuring the Day 1 paint scheme. This was done by Naheem, which I thought was hard to do. Thomas loved it. Thomas was the first E2 ever built, though he had problems. Like one time I forgot to mention, Thomas was rushing and caused him to crash into a siding because brake fell. The steward and Thomas found it. Despite this, Thomas had proven himself to be a really good engine thanks to the help of his friends. He and his friend been to a model train show to look at some model trains. Took him and his friend to Target and the Washington Metro. And he got a fresh coat of the Day 1 paint scheme for how long he may be in it. He may be an old engine, but he left himself in a toy version of Amtrak, the National Railroad Passenger Corporation. Whoa! The first episode went well! Thanks for watching, everyone! Make sure you like, comment, and share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for next time while I discuss, maybe it'll be Thomas, or Edward, or Wee Woo Gordon. Don't know. Until then, see y'all in the next video. Now, I gotta go. Bye!